Hello, guys. Yeah, welcome to the first episode of Proof of Voice podcasts. I know we already talked about that in our community chat, and finally we have a first episode. So welcome, Oleksandr and Oleh. It's our my teammates. We are together working on the Proof of Voice core. And yeah, we decided today to talk about prediction market, Polymarket, Kalshi, etc. And yeah, guys, how was your week?
Who wants to start? I can be the first. I can start. Just as usual, a big week, a lot of production, a lot of work, I would say, and a lot of drama on X. I was following a lot of news about prediction markets, and I think that's why we chose this topic. Now it's really hyping up on Twitter all over the world because all the prediction markets are covering a lot of different things across the world, economics, wars, and everything else. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk about prediction markets. I think it will be fun. So, yeah, let's start.
Uh, hello everyone. Like as for me, my week was, I think, not as intense as Alexander's, but still a lot of tasks to do. And regarding proof of voice, also, yeah. And to be honest, I'm quite excited for our today's conversations about the prediction markets because personally, I think it's like nowadays a controversial topic, but at the same time, I think it's the main use case of this cycle, of this crypto cycle, alongside with the memes. Yeah, Polymarket especially bring a lot of users to crypto, so I think it's quite interesting to talk about it. Plus, we saw, I think, last week that the Hyperliquid also launched its prediction market. So yeah, it seems like there is it is a quite competitive sector.
Yeah, that's true. And from the beginning of this month, I saw two launches. Yeah, Hyperliquid and Arkham. They launched their prediction, as I understood, tool, because it's not like directly prediction market when you can bet on that or another token. You are just using this tool to see the board of those who are betting on the poly market and of those um, who are making the bets on the poly market, and you have like a leaderboard and on chain data.
Yeah, and like I wanted actually to start with that with the narrative I heard of that the prediction market started from crypto, and I like made my own research and find out that like it isn't true. Actually, the history of prediction markets is quite long, even before the actual, I think, the internet era. So like the first something like prediction market was launched in 1988 by the University of Iowa, and it was like academic prediction market where the students and the researchers were like trade with contracts on the results of presidential elections of the US, and like the CFTC gave them a license to do so. And actually, that Iowa electronic markets, they are working until now. and it systematically predicted the results of elections better than the surveys among the population. In 75% of cases, the results of that prediction market was much accurate than the results of the surveys. So yeah, I think we need to make the introduction of the prediction market in general. So they all using the same basic mechanism where you buy a contract for a price on the scale from 1 cent to 99 cents, and you receive $1 if you win, if the events actually occur, or $0 if you lose, or in other words, the event didn't occur. So and the price itself describes like the uh, market probability, the odds, whether this event will happen or not. So yeah, this is like the common line in all prediction markets, but uh, itself, all of them has its own like structure and infrastructure, and I really like to talk about them.
Awesome. I wanted to say, I just had a question to both you guys. If we were talking about the history of prediction markets, lately I've seen how reportedly JP Morgan, they warned, I think around 300,000 of their employees to be careful with the prediction markets, and especially the ones that are tied to the sectors they're working with. So I think everybody heard when the sports betting was around, like just the one we are used to, not like Kalshi or Polymarket. Sometimes, for example, there are like soccer games or whatever, and two teams talk to each other, plays different like bets. So they like one team scores 3 goals and another one scores two, and people get a lot of money. So with the thing I've seen about the JP Morgan warning 300,000 of their employees, what would you think? Um, if let's phrase it this way, if someone has insider information and trades those prediction markets, is it people being smart, being alpha, or do you think they're abusing market and this should be somehow punished? How like everyone saw, I think a month ago, or it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, how a guy in Paris was blowing a fan on the thing that does something with the temperature, and he proposedly like bet some some money on himself and abused the system of prediction markets. What do you think about this? If you have insider information or you can influence the bets, should you do it? Is it being smart and being alpha, or are you abusing the market and you should be punished?
Well, it's like 50-50, because it's like a cheat code for you. Because uh, I mentioned a lot of such situations, not only JP Morgan or this guy from Paris. There was a lot of situations with some celebrities, for example, editor of the Mr. Beast. He make some bets about his future videos, about some words which will be mentioned in his videos, and he won a lot of money. But at the same time, he was caged and he was fined so he need to pay a fine. He has a lot of problems with laws, with again with Mr. Beast. So it's like there is two sides of this market. Okay, if you have some inside information, yeah, you can use it, and I think most of the people will try to do that. I think the same was with the Zach XBT research when he find out that there is some inside trading in the company, and as I remember, there was some like rumors that also this guy won a bet that he will be catched on the prediction market. So I think everyone want to earn money, but not everyone understand the further
Consequences.
consequences. Yeah,
Yeah,
what will happen.
that was my thought. Like a lot of people are trying to catch money. If even the guy from the Mr. Beast video, like I think they get paid okay and they feel good, but they always you have I would say you have some double thoughts on this. If you have this opportunity, people want to take it, but the most like the biggest problem of this is that people are not thinking about the consequences of doing this. They only, I think people mostly see the results and winning in their like gambling and predicting, however you want to frame it, but most of the people don't think about the consequences and the results of this. How you said the same thing with the Mr. Beast guy. He gets paid, he gets his work done, but at the end of the day, he just gets some part of his salary. Does a bet with insider information, thinks that he's not gonna get caught. But I think this is type of a topic that's I would say it's too niche, so it's way easier to spot the person who does insider trading. So yeah, everyone, if actually someone listening to this has some insider information, you should have some thoughts about the consequences that can happen to you if you don't think twice. Even three times is better to think about doing this or not. And yeah, because that's crazy. The same with Zach XBT, how just before him like releasing the information who was insider trading, someone also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, someone also insider traded that the same thing. So yeah, a lot of things with that are connected with not only those prediction markets, but with insider trading on those prediction markets.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to add that what I mentioned before about Arkham, about their tool, that they launch their analytics for the prediction market on their platform. So they allowing users to track the top traders by PNL, view their positions, some details, performance metrics, ROI, and yeah, just this feature. This is a good feature to catch some inside traders, because prediction markets, they are based on the on-chain data, and with that yeah, we could catch more people, and maybe to make this market um, more interesting, because yeah, based on the latest information from the open source, that more than 67% of the positions on the Polymarket was won. So 67%, it's a high percent of win rate. Yes, exactly. Yes.
I don't want to say it out loud. I will just show it with
Yeah.
my hands.
Yeah, yeah. So, Oleh, what do you think?
I think the Alexander asked firstly, is it like insider trading is good thing or bad thing? And of course, if we talk about personal benefits, it's always good for you. But I think that's why the laws and the rules exists in countries, and because I think one thing we need to understand is that market how market works. I mean, if someone wins, then other side need to lose that money, and I think all will agree that it becomes unfair when someone has some additional information. I mean, the insight, and then they win like unfairly, and like at the end of the day it causes the same thing we see now in crypto after the meme cycle, where the insider token launch just drained all the liquidity from the market. So we need to understand that, for example, if at Polymarket, let's say, uh, 90% or I think even 50% of all the markets that exist on Polymarket uh, were accused in insider trading, then I think all of the users would left that platform, because like what's the point in like losing money? So my point is that they like insider trading is the matter of legal side of the countries, because it's only in their abilities to stop this, because like at the end of the day it's bad for all the players.
Yeah,
Because like even the person, for example, if we imagine that someone won a big amount of money after the insider trading, he like when everyone will leave that market, he wouldn't be able to win again, and other players also wouldn't be able to win.
yeah. I think if we're talking, continue talking about inside traders and yeah, inside trading, I think that um, those companies who has a leak of the information, they need to fight with their internal security systems and confidential systems. So they need to measure that and 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 manage. So we won't see a super high rate win rate on the poly market. There we still could see that people is using these platforms, and we could see liquidity on these platforms.
Yeah, and I wanted to add that actually why the insider trading is mostly uh, like occurs at Polymarket, because Polymarket is on chain, while the Kalshi is off chain. I mean, it's more like the traditional exchange. That's why the Kalshi is the only one out of prediction market that's being officially regulated and recognized by the United States laws, by the CFTC, and even even Polymarket, in fact, they because they are on chain and they were previously blocked on the US territory, but they needed to to gain the license from CFTC. They acquired some company on the US market, and on the US market the Polymarket is off-chain, not on-chain prediction market.
Right now, or
Yeah,
after they?
right now, the US share of the market is only off-chain. Polymarket does not exist on blockchain on the US territory.
Wow, that's interesting. I only saw this post that like half of the markets, like half of the niches from Polymarket was cutted in US. I think it was related something to the sport, if I'm correct. Yeah, but it's like inside for me that Polymarket exists on the US in US as off chain. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was also impressed, but I think it's obvious because the US market is one of the most regulated, and there is no mechanism still to regulate the blockchain, and I don't think that it ever will. But yeah, we see that to gain the share of people, to gain their money, companies are ready to change their rules.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had one more thing I wanted to talk about. So the main thing about crypto and about prediction markets in 2024, I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was Financial Times that wrote about it. So I think they said that 60% of Polymarket's December 2024 volume, I'm sorry, may have been wash trades. And the thing that comes up from here that we talked about insider trading and wash trading and could be sanctioned users and fake volumes and
What is wash trading?
so I think wash trading is just like manipulating the market or oh no, I'm sorry. The wash trading is where people wash out their like money that came from different activities that people should not do. So that's
Right.
wash trading.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just misunderstood, but it's all right. So the thing is that I wanted to ask, if we're talking about crypto, we're talking about prediction markets. What do you think if prediction markets come in and say all the people that are trading should do KYC for their clients? What's your take on this? Because I think at the same time it can bring more like institutions, but at the same time it will make people go crazy and get scared of this because all the insiders will be exposed as soon as they KYC and when they dox themselves. I would say I don't really think I mean it could be more trustworthy, but I think a lot of people will leave and it will be not interesting for them to trade with KYC. What's your take on this one? What do you think?
I think it's for me personally, it's not a problem, but it's something like Discord added the KYC requirements to their platform. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem because I'm like like a white paper that I'm clear. I'm not manipulating anything, and I don't need to hide something. So for me, it's easy. I want to I can complete it right now.
Yeah, me too. But I fully support that statement about the QIC. I think it's how the business, the market should works. I mean, it's safe from manipulation, as you, Oleksandr, mentioned, and in fact, the Kalshi prediction market is to start doing, let's say, to start trade on that market, you need to complete QIC. It's like because of the US regulation. And yeah, I think that it's inevitable for all the companies who want to be legally recognized by the state. But at the same time, like we have the problem that uh, with the existence of the blockchain infrastructure, I think one way or another, there will also be the alternative where you can all like start doing all the illegal things trading without the QIC or some exchange that don't require it. So it's like inevitable. But that's like for ordinary user, I think it will be much better to use the legally regulated company than the unregulated one.
Yeah, that's true. I would say if you're just a regular person that is trying to predict the future and just enjoy your time, that's good. But yeah, for most insider trading people and wash trading, it will be pretty hard if the KYC comes in. And I'm actually I don't even know. I cannot even comprehend how much people will they lose or they will gain if they have the KYC for like culture, Polymarket, or whatever prediction market they have. But yeah, it will. I think it will be pretty interesting in the future because there are a lot of questions around it, but nobody actually like raised it from the platform. So I would say we would just have to wait and see, and we'll figure it out from there. How many people are coming in and how many people left, and yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. I also wanted to add it actually question you guys. How do you look on the whole that prediction market hype? I mean, do you see prediction market only as bets, like sporting bets, which we mentioned at the beginning of our podcast, or you see that it can bring some real value to the society or to the institutionals? Because like before like preparing to that podcast, I read the a paper from the Federal Reserve of the US, and they actively using Kalshi as the as data needed to make a decision about the uh, macroeconomic situation. So, uh, in general, in the US, uh, there were some tools based on which the Federal Reserve was making their decision about the cut rate or anything else. And it was like mostly surveys or financial derivatives, futures, inflation swaps, or something like that. But all of these tools had some problems, which Kalshi actually resolved. I mean, uh, like because of that, people need to put their money on some result. Like they making it more, I would say, honest. Because, like, for example, if you just ask the random person on the street, like, for example, who will win the next elections, they will just randomly throw you some name. But if you would ask him to put their money on that person, in most cases they will like reconsider it. So my point is that actually that prediction markets became like a new way of making surveys among the people. Do you agree on that, or you just see it uh, only as a betting?
I agree with that, and I see that some people is using this as aggregator of the information, because on this platform you have different niches, different questions, topics, and some of the people is using this like real aggregator, and I think it's actually cool, and if it's helping such corporations like CTFCC or how CTFC, yeah. Sorry.
CFTC, but
Oh yes, thank you.
but they help in the Federal Reserve, not the SFTC. SFTC is the one who gave the licenses.
So yeah, so if they help in Federal Reserves, why not? It's great. I see
Yeah, I
only
think the same.
pluses in it, benefits.
What about you,
Okay, so
Alexander?
yeah, I'm
Alexander, you
sorry.
are
I was just muted. So what I would say, so I'm more on like Twitter, scrolling around and take. I was taking a look last week about the prediction markets, and lately I've been seeing uh, more of a point of view of the people that are like enjoying them and taking part in them. And most of the time, I see how people are trying to win from the prediction markets by running AI bots like Claude bot or Claude code or whatever. They're building prediction bots which will place the bets for them even while they're like sleeping. And I'm just amazed how people are it seems like everybody on Twitter is just a millionaire and everybody should build their own bot for trading prediction markets. It's actually sometimes it's getting on my nerves because of how many posts I see every day of people talking about prediction markets and always winning, 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 and winning. People cannot stop winning, and I'm just amazed like how people. I mean, it's pretty fun to actually like look at those articles on Twitter and see people's opinions on that, and everybody is trying to build like their own bot and their agent, and everybody uses like different formulas. They're reading some like quant books, whatever, and they're finding more and more complex formulas to gain some advantages in the prediction markets. And seeing like a lot of people are arbitraging, a lot of people are just I think it's something connected to like commissions they get if they supply liquidity. So there are bots for this too. And from the perspective of actually people using them not to gamble, but use it so they get some like gains just using their like website. The same thing with like liquidity, or how you said before, it's just like a collective thinking and somewhat like predicting all those stuff, and people just gaining I wouldn't say it's like free money. They always have like risks, because I have seen like bots that are running 15-minute Bitcoin prices or like 5 minutes and get those bots get more and more and more complex. So people are actually like enjoying it and having fun trying to building those bots to win against Polymarket. And yeah, I think all of that aggregates a lot of like information that is free to use. And there's a ton of ways people can earn money from that, not just like predicting some sports things or placing bets on some like crazy events that can happen. There's a lot of events connected to like politics, a lot of connected to, I think, the even the like the streamers, how we talked about Mr. Beast. So I think there's just a ton of ways people can participate, and there's a ton of some like hidden features that people are actually like getting something out of it, and I think it's pretty cool. And even that US is using some of the information from prediction markets. I think it's a good adoption. If this information is useful and it you like those prediction markets aggregate a lot of it, if it's useful for traders, if it's useful for government, why not? I think everybody who's listening to this should try themselves, just like read about it, and maybe you will be the next person who actually like gets something done and earns from Polymarket just aggregating information that's useful for U.S. government or whatever. So yeah, I think there's a ton of ways of this of using prediction markets not as just like betting sites. So yeah, that's what I would say. That's pretty fun. I've actually never even tried any of those. But yeah, if there's some way to earn from it, not by risking a lot of value, I would say that's pretty fun.
Would you believe more in the Polymarket uh, bets or in some survey results?
What do you mean by that? So, is the survey taken from uh, oh, I get what you're saying. So if there's like, for example, one event and some of the people are voting on the survey and some of the people are voting on the prediction market.
Yeah.
I mean, how we talked about insider trading and wash trading, I think a lot of the liquidity and the volume of the markets can be, some people are farming fees and commission by proposing and giving prediction markets liquidity. So this can be like influence. Some person is betting from like two different accounts because they don't have KYC for it. So I mean, uh, if we're not taking this into account, yeah, I think you would have more trust if people are backing their vote with money instead of just like choosing and crossing a square when they're voting for something, or waiting for some event to happen and they're like predicting on just a piece of paper, or they're predicting backed by their money. I would say if people are betting with money, they're looking at their chances and they're choosing like properly and slower than people just writing on a piece of paper. So yeah, personally, I think researching is better to research the surveys and research the uh, amount of the volume of bets across prediction markets. But from the first side, yeah, I think I would trust people that bet money on it more than the people that just place their vote on a piece of paper. Yeah.
Um, Guys, while you have talking about AI bots, manipulation, trade washing, um, I just had an idea and hypothesis. Um, what if AI could manipulate by the prediction market? Like, could AI manipulate by the prediction market, like by generating fake news, moving the odds, or like I don't know, short the market before the correction. How do you think, is it possible nowadays, or maybe it's already happened and you saw some news? So what do you think?
I think it depends on the market, because like from what I understand is if you take, for example, uh, I would say any prediction market, they like before launching it, they like provide the source based on which the results will be made. So, for example, if we take about talking about we mentioned that guy who in Paris came with the fan and like heat the temperature. So he knew that that was the place from which the Polymarket taking the results. So I mean, and the same with the AI. If someone will put AI as a trust source, then of course it could be manipulated by a. But I mean, you can easily check it. So I would say that no, I don't believe that AI could manipulate it until it don't have the responsibility to decide who will be responsible for like bringing the information.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, this point about the source, it's super. It's great that you mentioned that, because um, I came to the community of the Polymarket and saw that you can propose next bet, and if you are proposing the options of the bets, and you are also adding a source of the verification. So if you are doing by yourself it, so you are responsible, and you are responsible if you add in a fake source.
Yeah. And by the way, you mentioned that the proposal process on Polymarket, and I want to talk about the new player on that market, the prediction market, the recent update on Hyperliquid, the HEAP 4. And at first I like when I just saw that news that they launched the prediction market, like I was quite skeptic about that, because I mean we already have that the poly market uh, like who basically being associated with the prediction markets in minds of people. We also have Kalshi, who considered as a TradFi version of prediction markets. So why would we need another one? So and how they managed to like grab the share? But then I might make a little research about it, and like you mentioned that to make like to start a new market on Polymarket, you need to come to the community, make a proposal, and the other side is decide accept your proposal or not. So on new update on Hyperliquid, they launched the permissionless model, like, and I think it's one of the key differences, because like they taking a permissionless approach to launching new outcome markets. Like the only condition is you need to stake 1 million hype tokens to avoid spamming the platform. So while on Polymarket, only approved creators can launch a new market, on Hyperliquid, anyone with the uh, right amount of tokens, they can make its own market without approval of the team. But actually, the 1 million hype tokens is like quite an amount, right? So I don't see like is it actually the benefit, or it's like it isn't available for ordinary people?
Andriy, what do you think about this? Is 1 million
Sorry,
hype a lot?
sorry, I was muted.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, uh, uh, I just checked how much is 1 million hype, and
tell us, how much is it? Are we packing our bags to do some bets on Hyperliquid, or we don't have enough to do it? Tell us.
I don't I don't think that we could see such amount of money because it's $42 million. So
Wow.
yeah, I would prefer a poly market with a proposal in the community. Uh, yeah, but
Uh,
42 millions, wow, it's a lot. Because I saw a HIP 3, it was a half a million. And I don't know how they calculated that and decided, but yeah, 1 million and you can bet on whatever you want.
but you know what
Um,
is interesting? Uh,
yeah.
that like initially I thought that Hyperliquid launched its own prediction market, but then uh, actually that HIP 4 update was made in cooperation with the Kalshi team. The head of crypto of Kalshi uh, were the co-author of the HIP proposal. So two companies made a partnership to develop the on-chain prediction market. So maybe that's why the price of making your own outcome market is so high, because like Kaushi is more about institutions rather than retail. Of course, retail can like vote, but the one who creates market uh, is matter the most.
Yeah, from what you said, I already has a question. Do HIP 4, this proposal Hyperliquid, need this CFTC certification to make a proposals, or it's this certification is only needed if you're entering US market? Because to
Uh,
be honest, I didn't dive deep in this regulations, and yeah, there should be some logic why you need to bet 42 millions to create your own bet.
Uh, I think that since it's on the blockchain rails, it won't be regulated under US law, and that's why uh, like they needed to make a separate product. I mean, Kalshi, because so they cannot invent the on-chain prediction markets on their main platform because of the laws. So that's why they like I think made it through another company.
Yeah.
I just saw that I've just read about it while you were guys talking. That when the HIP 4 Hyperliquid event contracts launched, the first day volume was around 0.7% of daily prediction market share. So I don't want to say they didn't get a lot of traction, but less than 1% of daily prediction market share is, I would I would suppose to say it's kind of low, but we'll just have to see because I don't think so. Like Kalshi is based around like U.S. regulated users, and they just brought like regular sports. The people that are betting on sports, they brought them to Kalshi, to this regulated prediction market. Polymarket is more, uh, I would want to say, crypto native. It's just like more for the global like events. And Hyperliquid is, I think it's focused more on the um, giving this prediction market to the people that are already like trading perps, like the perpetual trading. So yeah, I would say we would have to wait for some time and see how it plays out. Because like for me, like Hyperliquid does not look the same as like Polymarket or Kalshi, and it's not. I wouldn't suggest that it's a replacement for just like regular users. I would say most of the users, they want to go to prediction markets, they would go to Polymarket, and that's it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. And yeah, I would want to see some updates on this because it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. It's good that you mentioned target audience of these two platforms because Hyperliquid is a completely different platform, and this HIP4 is like everything under one roof. You have perp decks, you have prediction market, you can open position, and at the same time you can open position on the prediction market.
Yeah, you can hedge your positions.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
pretty interesting how you can hedge your position at the same time on the perpetual market and on the prediction market at the same time. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, and I think with this HIP4, it's additional mechanics for the token because that interesting fact that you pay zero fees to open a position uh, compared to the poly market, but if you are like withdrawing, you pay a small commission, but this tokens is used to buy back hype token from the market and burn it. So that's actually cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So guys, would you like to continue something, or we will stay on this point for today?
Let me check how much time did. Okay, so it's around 54 minutes, I would say. It was I had a great time talking to you guys and learning some more info, and you brought some serious value to this conversation. It was, yeah, I mean, prediction markets are, I think it's the most hype and the most talked about topic around like Twitter. And I mean, I think it's the most popular topic if we're not talking about different wars and all of that. If we're talking about having fun, then prediction markets, I think, would be the top one topic that people are talking about and they're taking part in. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. I'm actually pretty stoked, and I actually want to see how it plays out for Hyperliquid with their prediction market. Maybe I should even try it myself, see how it is going there. So yeah, it was awesome. Thank you guys.
Yes. I hope maybe one day our podcast will be super popular and people will make like a bet about our podcast and words. Yeah, but who know? Yeah. It was
Yeah, this
amazing.
time we should have bet how many times we will say prediction market across this almost an hour. I think we said prediction market 1,000 times, Polymarket and Kalshi we said around 600 times, and I think we mentioned Hyperliquid like 10 times.
Yeah, like drop your guesses in the comments and something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think people should feed this to AI and tell us in the comments how many times we said Polymarket, Hyperliquid, Kalshi, and prediction markets. It will be actually pretty fun. I would actually be really fun to see how many times we actually said that.
Yeah, and at the end of this episode, prediction market, like additional words.
Yeah, additional three.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Thank you, guys. It was amazing time. I really enjoyed our conversation. I hope to see you maybe in 2 weeks or 1 week if there will be something interesting. But I think with such path in the crypto space, yeah, we will host our second episode soon. And yeah, thank you. Bye bye, guys.
Bye. It was
Yup.
a nice time.